Go Jackets.
All I want for Christmas is a good early signing period. It's a great day to be a Jacket. It is early signing day. Everyone's excited. This is going to be a preview video. I'm going to have my board, and this is just something I've compiled from hard commits. It's got people that have transferred in and out of the program, and then some people that are maybe projected but haven't committed yet. There's also going to be a link in the description if you want to download that Excel sheet as well. I'll be updating it throughout the day as I can. Tonight, CDogg and I are going to have a show on his channel, probably around 7:30 or 8, covering everything you're going to want to know about the early signing period, everyone we've signed. Maybe there's some surprises we can talk about. Either way, that we thought would commit that flipped, or that we flipped that are now committing to tech. So you're going to want to tune into that, and I can almost guarantee you Bryce Koon's going to show up at some point on that show. He's the expert. He knows far more than CDogg or I. So let's get into the preview. Also, like and subscribe. We all know what we need to do. So, number one kid on our board is actually Gabriel Forson, but a kid I'd really like to sign, and probably number one on my board, is Shameik Jones. This is a kid, defensive lineman that visited this weekend, was really impressed, committed, 6'5", big-bodied guy. He's got offers, I believe, from NC State, Florida State, Duke, so we're competing with the better teams in our conference. To get this kid would be a huge get. We need to replace the kid from Old Dominion. His name is slipping my name right now. Was really, really good for us. Hopefully, he's someone we can develop to fill those shoes and wreak havoc on the defensive line. Another kid on the defensive line I'd really like to sign in the early period, Ezra Odenjor, another big body 6'4" kid, another kid that visited this weekend. That would be a big get. And I mean, it takes me back to the days of Michael Johnson, Derek Morgan, even he wasn't named that at the time, Roman Reigns, people that, there was a day that we could wreak havoc on offensive lines and get to the quarterback and cause a lot of problems. It would be really good to maybe find some diamonds in the rough here and develop some kids that can do that. So those would be big gets. On the number one kid on the board that I mentioned, Gabriel Forson, he's an interior offensive lineman, committed on the 21st of October. Would be really good to get him and get some help on the offensive line. So we need to continue to develop the chemistry of the kids we had, and we need to start getting some people in the program that can play some really, I almost said elite. The Collins is coming out of me. Elite, high level. Collins is interesting. He's kind of like a derivative of Alex Jones. My blood runs red. Anyways, off on a tangent. Gabriel Fortson would be a big get, though. I mean, football games are won on the line of scrimmage, guys. That's, if we're going to make a big splash in the ACC this year, with the ACC being down, we're going to have to play very well on both sides of that line of scrimmage. So he would be good. Another kid, Bryce Dobson out of Brookwood. He's a wide receiver, very athletic kid, kid that can make very explosive plays. I'm not going to guarantee. I would be very surprised if he doesn't sign in the early signing period today. He's said that he's going to, has every intention, very impressed with Tech. He'll be a great get for us. Another offensive lineman that would be a good get, Benjamin Galloway, offensive tackle, 6'5". When did he commit? So he committed August. So I haven't seen much on him, though I haven't really been looking, but I would like to get some more tools on this offensive line and get some really stringent competition going on. Another wide receiver out of Norcross, Zion Taylor, has had a very good season this year. Another kid capable of making explosive plays, has been committed for a while, I believe. Let's see. Yes, since June. Looks like he's number 8 ranked on the board. It'd be nice to get, so if we could get Zion Taylor, Bryce Dobson, and then we've got Chase Lane coming in. And another important thing here is going to also be retaining the kids that we have. Can we keep Leo Blackburn Then we've got Rutherford, and there's another kid too, to really have a solid wide receiver room. Now, there's 2 kids Bryce Koon updated earlier today as Crystal Ball is projected to come to Tech that have not committed yet. One is Bryson Dixon, another defensive lineman, a big 6'4" kid from Alabama. He would be another good get. Again, we need to continue to really bring in talented kids on this line of scrimmage. It's something that Tech has struggled with mightily in the past few years. And the one that I'm probably most intrigued by is a kid, Jamarius Haynes. He's a running back out of Alabama. He's a kid that has been offered by Clemson, Washington State, Kent State. He's a kid that Auburn has shown interest in. I watched some film on his today. He hasn't been on my radar. I am very impressed with what I see. Very explosive. He gets to, 5th gear very quickly, high acceleration. And he's a kid that kind of reminds me of Gibbs and how his rating has been. Like, he's a 3-star kid that for whatever reason has kind of flown under the radar. But his build and how he runs reminds me a lot of Jonathan Dwyer. Very powerful kid, hard to tackle, low center of gravity. I would be ecstatic to get him. And that's becoming a very impressive running back room. We've had McDuffie transfer out, but we've got Smith coming back, very talented back. We've got Antonio Martin that didn't play. I don't think this year will retain his red shirt, but I think he was a 4-star kid. The Felix kid that did play some this year, another 4-star kid. We had Evan Dickens, who's committed, we haven't talked about, from IMG Academy. We've got the kid that's transferring out of Louisville, I think Travion Cooley. Like, things are shaping up. The last kid I'll talk about, we do have Derek Allen going to North Carolina. It would be nice to sign Nico Dow as a safety. Let's see where he is on the board. It's like he's 10th on the board. 6'1" safety, committed earlier this month. Yeah, it would be nice to sign him. So pay attention to all that, guys. I'm going to be looking at it throughout the day, providing updates as I can, probably via Twitter. If you're not on the Discord, that's probably going to be the best place to get the most up-to-date information. We have a good time there. So let's see what we can do. Go Jackets.